Australian referee's most famous moustache on the Isuzu Ute tunnel cam. Our assistant Hugh Fenton-White and David Walsh there alongside Tim Danaskos, our man in the middle. Our two sets of players just behind them waiting to make their way out. It is another warm day in Adelaide. We did have a high of 36. It's about 32 at the moment. We saw how difficult it was for the teams in the afternoon kickoff last week. Adelaide starting favourites. It's the 11th time these two sides have met. Adelaide have won 4 of the previous 10 for 1 draw. Macarthur 5. The home team actually won each of the first 7 in this fixture, but it's the away team who have won the last 2. Adelaide earlier this season winning for the first time in Campbelltown. Well, it was a fuming Carl Viet who promised changes following last weekend's 1-1 draw with Brisbane. In the end, just the one. Austin Ayubi returns to the starting 11 for the first time in 2025. It's Ben Falami who has dropped all the way out of the matchday squad entirely. Harry Crawford has kept his place at right back after his stunning debut goal last weekend. And Isaias, the veteran Spaniard, is also back on the bench, having recovered from a hamstring strain. Stefan Morg earned the penalty in Auckland that got the Reds back into that contest. He has 6 goals to his name this season. It's his 99th appearance in all competitions. In this, his 3rd spell at Adelaide. 22 goals, but none of them have come against Macarthur. Not yet, anyway. Well, for the visitors, Macarthur FC, 2 changes for Mile Sturjovski. Matt Yerman drops to the bench as Yanni Nicolau makes his first start in the A-League since a 2-1 win at Coopers Stadium over Adelaide back in April. He was sent off in the 73rd minute of that one. The other change is in midfield. Liam Rose comes in for Saifeddine Kawi. The French-born Tunisian midfielder is missing with a hamstring strain. Big night again for Philip Curto. He leads the league in saves made with 69. He's also leading the league for big chances saved. He's saved 17 as well, but only 3 clean sheets so far this term for the Polish goalkeeper. He was outstanding against Sydney a couple of weeks ago as well, but couldn't prevent that 2-0 defeat. Carl Viet, the longest serving manager in the history of Adelaide United. We'll be hoping that the temperature stays on the pitch and that his players do the business and get back to winning ways. Up against Mile Sturjovski, has a good record against Adelaide, but has seen his side decimated during the January transfer window, including losing one of his assistant coaches, Matt Smith, who headed to the Malaysian FA. Tim Danaskos is our referee, while in the VAR room we have Alex King and Brad Wright. 8 goals for Archie Goodwin in his first season with Adelaide, against 7 in his entire Newcastle A-League career. The countdown is on. With just 1 win apiece in their last 7 matches respectively. It's now or never for Adelaide United and Macarthur FC, both desperate to stop the slide, with the prospect of finals football starting to look more and more distant with each outing over the last couple of months. Andy Harper, we've seen the last time Macarthur won, it was a Valère Germain goal from a Jed Drew assist. Those two have moved on. A lot has changed in that time, but Macarthur are still looking for a win.
Yeah, Ariat Piol played in that game. Aslanigic as well at the back, so has been a significant turnover. In the eyes of many, the bathtub's empty for Macarthur. Nothing left for them. I don't subscribe to that view. Importantly, it's whether the players think they can still do something, but a win tonight you'd fancy is imperative. It'll put them on the edge of the chasing pack. Adelaide themselves will need to shake themselves out of this recent torpor, if you can put it that way, but their initial season haulage of points was so impressive that just weeks ago they were going for top spot. Now they're looking to run a seemingly endless streak of winless matches.
Well, if they can get back to winning ways, they will move provisionally second. At least that looked offside, and the flag goes up against Jake Holman on this near side. Also worrying for Adelaide has been that home form. They're not the only team, as you've mentioned this season, Harps, but 3 wins in 10 games at Coopers this season is not good enough.
No, it's just, for a good team, for an exciting team in such a great stadium, it's a staggeringly poor record. They've been brilliant on the road, of course, otherwise they wouldn't be enjoying the lofty place on the table. But still.
Here's Voyetza. A little touch back for Kevin Bolly, the French-born Côte d'Ivoire Youth International, who just arrived in January to fill the void left by Oliver Jones and Dino Arslanigic. And we were wondering if it would be the 3 at the back that we have seen on and off so far this season. It looks actually as though Nicolau is a more standard right back and Adamson is pushing up into a less familiar right midfield position. Oh, as Archie Goodwin streaks away, he's going to have the first shooting opportunity. Excellent last-ditch challenge in the end from Tommy Uscock.
Yeah, it looked like Archie Goodwin had just gotten the better of Uscock, but he stretched in, timed the intervention very, very well.
You can see there the back 4 for Macarthur, so Nicolau won't necessarily have happy memories of that win here in April, match day 24 of last season, when he was sent off. That's the last time he started a match. Bratton played all but 4 minutes this season. Luke Bratton, the one-time Socceroo. Here's Bolly. Back with Curto. Under pressure, he took a long time, Philip Curto, and it was blocked in the end by Goodwin, out for a goal kick. There was that earlier challenge. There's the pass back. Curto taking plenty of time. Macarthur have never lost 3 in a row in the A-League. That could happen this evening if Adelaide do get up. They have never failed to score in 3 in a row. But as we just mentioned, with Drew and Germain and Piol all leaving, the goals have dried up. Scoreless against Sydney, scoreless against Melbourne City. It's 3.5 hours since they last registered a goal. That was a Pandazopoulos own goal against Western Sydney. The last time they scored is fast approaching 5 hours. That was Marin Jakulic against Western United.
Amazing. He's been one of the major culprits since, actually. Jakulic, he has been in some good positions, has drifted offside way too frequently. A player of his quality, standing and experience really needs to be filling the void of the departed players a lot more effectively than he has.
A-League match number 299 for Luke Bratton this evening. Nice ball over the top for Holman. Jakulic going for the big bender.
Wouldn't have counted in the end. Jake Holman had strayed offside. Nevertheless, even as a practice run, Jakulic would have preferred to have been a little more efficient with that effort. There's the run, forward run from Jake Holman. Miscontrols. Anyway, falls nicely to Yarkalish. Is not going to count. And he would have liked to have got something a little better into his boot then.
Vujitsa with the header. Misread by Jay Barnett. Fell to Economides. Here's Keely Adamson. Holman wants it back on the edge of the area. That's where Holman is very dangerous. Now he makes a run in behind. Spotted by Liam Rose. Clough's touch for Mork. Adelaide put their foot on the ball after a good 90 seconds or so for the away side. And they've got it back again. Good turn from Bratton for Holman again. Little bit of space. Holman looks up, now finds Yarkalish, continues his run. And a little rush of blood for Marin Yarkalish there.
A very good situation for Macarthur. Breaking down at the final moment. This is excellent positioning from Yarkalish. Delightfully fed by Holman. Frustrating for the player and the team that he couldn't make more of that.
Buzzcock for Adamson. Nicolau. Keely Adamson. That's a great turn to get away from Ryan Kitto. Beaten rather easily. Cross to the back post. Yarkalish is there. Gets there. Squares it. And Macarthur score. Chris Economides with his first goal for the Bulls. And it's the away side who have struck inside 8 minutes at Coopers.
It's a beautiful goal from Macarthur on the Harvey Norman replay. Almost the best part of it was the turn from Keely Adamson, but then Yarkalish does something, you know, very difficult and special on the second post. Adamson floats the ball deep and beyond the Adelaide defence, and Yarkalish, the first couple of times of asking tonight, has come up short. But he delivers at the third attempt. It's a beautiful cutback, very difficult to do at full stretch and at full speed. Speaking of which, does Chris Economides arrive to nail the chance and give Macarthur the lead?
Well, it's been a long road back for Chris Economides. Knee surgery at the start of the season. Just his 8th appearance. A 24th career goal. He's off the mark as a Bull. We were wondering where the goals were going to come from. Well, it's been a bit of a drought, but that drought has broken. There will be no third consecutive match scoreless for Macarthur FC. Delian off with Bart Vreens. No clean sheet either for Adelaide at home again. Vreens does that nicely. Getting away from Bratton. Look at the press, they've won it back. Adamson needs to find an option, does so. Holman squares it. Adamson fires up. Drills it home for his second. Well, we're used to seeing Adelaide players with the backflips. There's a bit of your own medicine. 2 goals in 2 minutes, and Macarthur have stunned the home side.
Well, not being fluent in the matters of Paramount Plus player indexes, but after 9 minutes, I reckon Keely Adamson's bursting the charts. Wins the ball back in concert with Luke Bratton, and on the Harvey Norman replay, does not make any mistake with the finish. It's unerring from a player who is having a fantastic time of it. Deployed further up the field to start this match. A detail you've highlighted, Robbie, but doesn't he make the most of it? And how happy must everyone at Macarthur be for Keely? Not only for safely landing the round-off, but for getting his first goal for the club. Great season, super goal. What a start to the game for the Bulls.
Small step on landing for Keely Adamson.
Giving it a 9.5 then. Technical merit, artistic impression, pretty good.
Well, his first and only other A-League goal came in a 4-4 draw against Brisbane, where he said he'd been working on his backflips but didn't feel it was right. They were trailing by 2 goals at the time. It was just before half-time, and so he didn't get to do the backflips that day.
Well, I'm glad you corrected me, because I shortchanged him a goal, but he's just having such a fabulous season. And at right fullback, I'm not calling for an international call-up yet, but don't mistake what I'm going to say. But in that position of the field where the Socceroos have been struggling in the last couple of years to find a rusted-on solution, Keely Adamson couldn't be doing much more than he's doing at this part of the development of his career. Just super football.
Well, Harry Crawford, we just saw there, is taking his first steps in the A-League at right back as well. Scored a fantastic goal last week, his first ever against Brisbane. He pulled out the backflips too. Here he is, the number 58. Cut back, Bolly has to stretch and gets there.
Well, we haven't seen the Adelaide bench yet. It normally provides as much theatre as what happens on the field. With Carl Beard still got his suit jacket on.
Clough, low ball, front post. Oh, the goals are flowing at Coopers. It's Austin Ayubi, the second of his A-League career. 3 goals in 5 first-half minutes here. And just when it looked like the same old story for Adelaide, they've shown a little bit of fight back already.
Well, Stephen Moore just lurking in the front part of the Adelaide midfield. And Zach Clough on the Harvey Norman replay with a really teasing ball curling away from keeper Curter. Uscock can't make up the necessary ground on the front post, and Ayubi recalled to the team to start here at Coopers. That's the 3rd in 13 minutes. What a start here.
So this is what Friday nights at Coopers are all about. This is where the reputation was built. 4-all draws are not a foreign thing in this part of the world. Alagic with the touchback. They have shown Adelaide just why they are one of the top attacks in the league. They've also shown why they have now joined the Central Coast Mariners and Brisbane with the 2nd worst defence in the league as well. 37 conceded now. Clough with Crawford, drives it in low. It's a good ball. Did that hit the arm of Tommy Uscock? He's claiming it hit the chin.
Well, I think it hit his arm, but that was at game speed from our elevated vantage point, and pretty close range too. No, right. Excuse me, Tommy Uscock. It's got him right in the mush. Offer my apologies. Not that if it did hit his hand, it would have been intentional anyway, but he clearly got that bang on the bullseye.
A painful one as well from that kind of range. Stephen Moore was there and appealing for it. Well, the crowd saw the replay and still think it hit the arm of Tommy Uscock. We've gone 2 minutes without a goal now.
Start an inquiry on it.
Here's Economides. Risky, but perfect. There is the ladder as it stands. Macarthur keeping their finals hopes alive. They need all 3 points here, you'd think, because this is their 21st match as well. So they've played more than most of the other sides above them. They only have 5 games left after this one. Austin Ayubi, his only other A-League goal came in a 4-3 victory earlier this season over Western Sydney. He didn't know too much about that one. This was a far more conventional goal, if you like. Adamson. Ball up towards Economides, cleared by Kikianis.
When the game in 15 minutes, Robbie, has not even really settled into any discernible pattern, you'd be really struggling to say that Team A has done this well or that badly. And Team B has put the pressure on or countered. There's a bit of space here for Jake Holman. They've just taken chances really well, and Adamson has been in the middle of everything good that Macarthur have done so far.
And here he comes again, taking on Kitto. Well defended that time. He just took a moment too long. Bratton, who found that release pass for Holman earlier in the move. Holman won't get there. Jakulic gives it away. Mork can try and settle things down. Kikianis. Vujica wanting the free kick. Couple of nudges. That one on Harry Crawford gets the whistle from the referee.
Macarthur were calling for an infringement there on Zach Clough. But Danaskos gave the next confrontation as a foul for Adelaide.
Here's Crawford. Dylan Parias is back after missing a couple of matches through illness. He was on the bench last week, but Crawford has kept his place. That's given away by the experienced Bart Freens. Jakulic finds Economides. Nice football from Macarthur. Rose with Adamson. Nicolau striding forward on the underlap. Here's Bolly. Bratton. Holman looking for the free kick off Jay Barnett, and he gets it. Taken and claimed by Delianov. Ethan Alagic with Ayubi. Alagic called up to the Holyrood squad for the next international break, a cup in Doha. Crawford's ball is a good one towards Goodwin. Alagic's header. Rose finds Holman. No foul by Jay Barnett. Here's Clough. Excellent deliverer of the football, Zach Clough, not on that occasion. Alagic with Mork. Here's Kitto. Kitto strikes it! Oh, what a goal! Well, we've been waiting for his first of the season. I think it was worth it. Ryan Kitto with an absolute stunner. 19 minutes on the clock, and we are all square at 2-2. Strap yourselves in.
Well, Harvey Norman replay. How clever is that ball from Stephen Mork? And how good is that strike from Ryan Kitto? He was turned inside out by Keely Adamson for the opening goal of the night, and maybe stung by that, he just rips one past Philip Curto. You don't hit a ball much cleaner than that. Curto gets a fingertip to it. It's a sensational strike from Ryan Kitto. What a start to this game at Coopers.
Well, what a start to the weekend. Brilliant goal from Ryan Kitto. Macarthur was, before the 19th minute, one of only 3 sides he'd never scored against. You can strike that one from the list. The only 2 remaining are Auckland and Adelaide itself. Well, what a crazy match of football we've had here. We're not even a quarter of the way through. And what looked like Macarthur right on top. Well, that seems like a distant memory. Good ball in, back post. Jakulic will get there. Jakulic taking on Crawford, straight past him. It's a good run. Holman. Alagic did just enough. In fact, there was more. Cross in now. Delianov punches. Nicolau. stretches and gets there.
Oh, excellent work. Gee, it's good to watch. Both teams in an attacking sense are just really going for it. That means that the field is getting stretched. It's hard on the evidence of the opening 20-odd minutes for either side to actually control the field and keep the spaces small and compact. It's a very open match. And it's become open because both teams have got the attack mindset to just go for it when they get the ball. Very difficult in transition for teams to get organised and close up the spaces that are available. It's been so watchable and good goals. None of the four have been gimmies. They've all been good football goals.
Oh, Stefan Mork has to be careful as he rolled over and caught Nicolau. Nicolau is not happy either. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was nothing intentional. We've still got another Macarthur player down at the moment, receiving attention. Liam Rose, I think it was, who was collected.
Tommy Uscott flying in to try and get Stefan Mork, who was in possession. Collected Liam Rose, just back from a rather nasty ankle injury. So that contact from his teammate wasn't on that injured ankle.
We might take this little break opportunity to head down to Max Burford, who's joining us on the sidelines this evening. Max, it's quite a different start to last week, eh?
Gents, we just don't do boring here in Adelaide on Friday nights. If you're listening, Football Australia, put every single Adelaide United home game on a Friday night and just let it happen. You get highlights for days. This football is so open. The coaches are going to have that many clips in their Monday morning review where they are telling off their midfielders and defenders, saying, why weren't you here? You're a step slow there. But as you said, Harps, it is just so hard to keep up with how fast the ball is moving at the moment. I wanted to give a shout out to the Macarthur away bay at the moment. There are 6 lads over there, and we do always appreciate the away fans here in Adelaide. They were very happy with how it started. Now the Adelaide fans, of which there aren't too many, I will be honest. It's been hot here today, and maybe a few rather sitting at home than coming down to the stadium. But they're now starting to warm up, these Adelaide fans. They were absolutely shell-shocked early, and it looks like we're just going to get a whole lot more action.
Oh, we had another one for the bloopers reel just then as well. Stefan Mork hit by a land-to-air missile from about 6 metres. Ayubi back with Kitto. Here's Kikianis with Delianov. Barnett with Freens. Oh, it's a heavy touch from the Dutchman. Gets away with it. Mork gets the right side of Adamson. Now Ayubi. Goodwin at the back post. It's not a bad ball from Austin Ayubi.
Didn't quite have the curl away from Curto, who tidied it up nicely. It's a very ordinary giveaway, that.
Barnett charging forward. Here's Clough. Overhit to the back post. Ayubi will keep it in. Oh, Adamson shows him the wrong way. Ayubi still going, and that wasn't far away. He went for the roof of the net as Curto gives his makeshift right back an absolute earful.
Yeah, well, it's his regular right back who's let the team down ultimately. Adamson, whose start to the game has been excellent, but that was a really poor piece of defending. Ayubi has helped himself to a goal tonight. It might have been 2.
Well, it was Ben Falami who was dropped. Ben Falami, who big things were expected of in Adelaide when he arrived from Melbourne Victory. Ben Falami, who's provided just 2 assists from 17 matches so far this season, and yet to worry the scorers. Bratton was collected. He gets the free kick. Rose back with Kevin Bolly. That's a hopeful ball at best. Easy for Vreens, but then Mork puts Adelaide back on the back foot and Crawford can't keep it in.
Lovely little touch from Zach Clough, just ran out of real estate, but beautiful technique to cushion that. Played into the path of Crawford. He's full of energy, isn't he, Crawford? Is it this week he just signed his first pro deal with the club and gets a start to celebrate that at home in what's been a four-goal thriller so far.
Here's Vujica with the throw. Crawford's header now. Stephen Mork's been bundled over by Bratton. Was that just in response to that earlier challenge? And here goes Mork after Bratton, and there is a little bit there now. Not the first time this evening. Bratton not happy with the treatment. Well, let's have a little listen in here.
There was a suggestion from Steph that he will admit he gave away a foul and then suggested beyond that should be a yellow card to Bratton.
Well, it's going to be a card for both. Well, that's probably just about worthy of a card. The shirt pull and the kick, and then the retaliation as well. Well, it is hot here today in Adelaide.
He does overheat, Stephen Mork, from time to time. He plays on the edge, usually very, very effectively. He's a very important player for Adelaide.
He's also a player that likes to set the tone as well. Doesn't mind using a foul to do that. As you know, Harps, I am one to pore over the stats of an evening. And Stephen Mork's actually given away nearly 20% of Adelaide's free kicks this season, all on his own. Vujica's cross towards Economides. Here's Holman. Yarkalish can't bring it down. Cleared. Volley. All the way across with Uzcock. Now Nicolau. Well defended, Kitto. Adamson tried to just let it run through his legs. Here's Clough. Alagic. Kitto, Alagic, good football this from Adelaide. Here's Ayubi. Mork and Goodwin in the middle. Alagic comes short, unmarked, in the area. Alagic still. I think he was surprised by how much time and space he had in the end.
Yeah, and I'm disappointed he didn't take the opportunity to get that ball onto his left foot, which is where it sat initially, and shoot for goal. Adamson fouled.
Perhaps not according to the home fans. As there, the step. He was surrounded by red shirts who are waiting to pounce on any slip.
And Ryan Kitto hasn't mucked around in closing Keely Adamson down since he was turned inside out for the first goal for Macarthur. He's been right on his hammer. And even on that occasion, a little bit late.
Holman. Perhaps thought about the shot from distance. Here's Yarkalish against Crawford again. Yarkalish lays it back. Bratton. Big up and under. Adamson gets there. Ayubi will keep it in play. Speaking of Stephen Mork's fouls, I will add, in way of context, as here goes Economides for Yarkalish. It was a good ball. Economides gets it back. That's a great block from Kikianis.
It's great football from Macarthur. And again, it started with Keely Adamson on the far touchline, and then the intricate passing was excellent.
Goodwin for Mork. Is he offside? Stefan Mork. It runs away from him anyway.
And that block from Kikianis was bang on.
So we have a little break now to break the fast of Ramadan. I believe that it's Kevin Bolly is the only player involved here. You can see he's got a little bit of fruit to break that fast as we head back down to Max on the sidelines.
Yeah, Kevin Bolly gets to break his fast. Yaya Dukali from the Reds also observing Ramadan at the moment, but he has been given permission to break his fast earlier on game day, so nothing for him to worry about at the moment. Feisty, fiery goals. We love everything, of course, that is going on here on the pitch. Bratton and Mork, the headline act, but there have been a lot of other little moments just between other players, little moments early. Well, the niggle that we are feeling on the pitch. Stefan Mork, by the way, he is on football tomorrow night, so he is giving the panel plenty to talk about. Not that he has too much trouble talking anyway, Steph. Early goals. Harps, I would love to hear your opinion on that strike from Ryan Kitto.
Well, I did give my opinion on it when he scored it. Max, don't you listen?
I listen, mate, but I just want to... I see it again and again, and from someone who hasn't scored all season to break it like that, to do it in that fashion when your team is struggling like that, it feels like it just meant something to him. You can see his celebration. He just stood there. Yeah, no, he was probably surprised. Well, he shouldn't be. He's got a beautiful left foot. It was a magnificent strike. I wonder if Stefan Mork has asked him the question why the next time he got a chance to launch with his left foot from a free kick, he kicked it straight into it. And the death stare from Stefan Mork, it was brilliant. It was great telly. Robbie called it a blooper. I think it's better than that. Great goal from Kiddo. Stefan Mork has been central to what Adelaide have done so far. It's been a great opening 32 minutes. I'll make sure I listen in more intently to you from here on, Harps. I'm going to write notes.
And we are back underway with Philip Curto's goal kick. Bolly's header. Helped on by Rose towards Economides. Harry Crawford, as Harp said, just signed his first pro contract this week. It has indeed been an eventful last month, I guess you'd say. He was given the call for his A-League debut just about an hour after he just played a full match with the reserves in the NPL. Made his A-League debut that same day and then was starting, culminating with that fantastic goal with his weaker foot last weekend. Here's Vujica. He's done well to get away from Jay Barnett there down the left-hand side. That yellow card for Stefan Mork, just his third of the season. Good ball, Holman. Vujica stayed forward, the cross is good, and so is the defensive work from Bart Vreens. Clough, under hit for Mork. Vujica's cross, back post, Adamson is there, so is Kitto. With Ayubi. Bratton again with a little coming together with Stefan Mork. That was Bratton's 5th yellow card, but this is match 21 of the season for Macarthur, so no suspension. He's got another 3 yellow cards up his sleeve before the 8 tally now after 20 matches have been played. Match number 20 for Adelaide, but no one in danger of picking up a yellow card suspension. Free kick for the away side.
Yeah, Holman brought down, and Holman is looming as a really key player here. He's playing in a more advanced midfield position and picking up a lot of possession in the left hand half of the attacking area. Adelaide haven't been able to track him. He's fed a couple of beautiful angled balls through into the box and out to Yarkalish. Adelaide need to rein Holman in illegally. They did it illegally on that occasion. Maybe that's part of Bart Vreens' experience, trying to just blunt the impact of Holman, who's really growing as a key player in this match.
9 minutes to go in the first half. A very, very entertaining Friday night at Cooper's so far, for 36 minutes at any rate. Yakulish's ball, back post, Kitto. There's nobody challenging it for Macarthur. Here's Goodwin. Mork looking for Ayubi. Philip Curto just launches it back up the other end. Mork gives it straight back to Holman. Good challenge, Barnett. Clough coming short, one over the top. Goodwin just couldn't get away from Vujica, and Max Burford mentioned it. There is a little bit of niggle all over the park here. Here's Crawford. Low ball deflected behind by Vujica. Corner to follow.
Well, Archie Goodwin asking the referee for a little bit of protection. Philip Curto's clearance was unconvincing. Adelaide spring forward. Crawford, he sort of strikes one as a bit of an energizer bunny down the right, and he's got a really good delivery on him as well. And the corner conceded after that unconvincing clearance from Philip Curto. Another one to defend for Macarthur.
Alagic with Ayubi. Here's Clough. They've changed the angle. The ball to the back post. Kikianis was there. Clough back. Was there a push in the back on Bratton? No, says the referee. And in the end, the flag is up for offside.
Well, it looked like a push in the back to me. I guess by your commentary, Robbie, that was your first reaction too.
Well, there's a clear push.
I wonder if VAR would have intervened had Adelaide gone on and scored without the offside, of course. Clear view for the ref. Moot point, of course, now. Game stays tied up, and enthralling viewing, really. I credit to the players. It's super hot in Adelaide, but they're not asking for any particular help. They're just going hammer and tongs at each other.
Bratton's first time ball now. The flag has gone up for offside against Marin Yakulish, who is a bit bemused by the flag. Certainly by the time the ball arrived, it looked like he was well onside. Does like to play right at the very limit, though.
Yeah, I reckon he is onside.
Close. Now Crawford's been bundled over by Ivan Vujica. There's a fair bit of chat out there with the referee, Tim Danaskas. You get the feeling the push is going to keep coming as well.
Well, you'd be disappointed if Adelaide at home, looking to get some winning momentum happening, weren't playing with a bit of spice. And you'd be even more disappointed if you were watching Macarthur play without the necessary passion to get themselves into top six contention. So both teams delivering as required. It's been great stuff so far.
Bratton and Mork at it again. Referee gives the free kick. Adelaide's way. They did catch him late on the scene. Luke Bratton, and he and Mork continue their analysis. Both players sitting on a yellow card. Adelaide the fewest yellow cards in the A-League this season. Macarthur the most. Clough. Good delivery on that. Oh, and Curto in the end with a clean take, but quite low down.
Yeah, it was at an awkward height where players fully committed to the ball often end up in collisions. Really nothing to report on that front from that exchange.
Volley. Nicolau for Adamson. Back with Yanni Nicolau. Buzzcock to Curto. Volley. Mork looking to put the pressure on. Wujitsa. Little touch for Holman, closed down very quickly by Harry Crawford, who's keeping Dylan Parias on the bench at the moment. Parias, who had played every single minute of the season before that illness just sidelined him before that 3-0 loss to Western United. There is the Adelaide bench. A couple of freshly crowned Asian champions there as well from the under-20s, Johnny Yull and Luka Jovanovic. Moore with the opportunity, struck it well and in. Well, 3-2. 3 minutes before half-time. Stephen Moore has his 7th of the season. It seemed to bewilder Philip Curto. And Adelaide, from 2 goals down, may well head to the break 3-2 up.
Well, Stephen Moore has had a great half. Ayubi making a nuisance of himself, scored the first for Adelaide, puts it on for Mork, who, having watched Ryan Kitto after teeing him up, thought, you know what, I'll have a crack. That moved ridiculously, and must have taken some sort of nick on the way through. Off Bolly, maybe. Nevertheless, it's a specky from Stephen Mork, hot as you like. He'll be taking over the entire program tomorrow night on Football Tonight, with tonight's action and the blooper.
Well, just like Ryan Kitto, it's his first ever goal against Macarthur. They're making quite the night of it. 5 goals in the first half, and we've still got a couple of minutes left. And what a comeback it has been by Adelaide United, looking to get back to winning ways at home, where they've won just 3 of 10 this season. To go with 5 draws and 2 losses. It was an underwhelming 1-1 against Brisbane last weekend. And look at this, they've turned that around. Macarthur have now been distanced from finals football, and Adelaide with their hat back in the ring.
A flying start from Macarthur, been reeled in and then some by Adelaide, and it's not, I mean, a couple of errors, it happens in a football match. I think you'd be hard-pressed to say Macarthur have dropped their bundle, and although Holman's been pinched there.
And now Clough, square ball for Ayubi. Well, it was 3-on-2, and they managed to make a meal of that situation.
That's a waste. But you're talking about Zach Clough. He shouldn't have made that error.
Holman helps it on to Bratton. Now Macarthur going to find the resources now to come back again. Rose with Adamson. Keely Adamson looks up and crosses towards Economides. The little touch just away from Yarkulish.
Not quite the delivery from Adamson, but this game that refuses to close down, and Adelaide putting their foot down once again. The game has been so open.
Crawford has done brilliantly. The cross, Goodwin is there! And it could so easily have been 4 on the stroke of half-time. Brilliant football from the youngster Harry Crawford.
Well, this is why Dylan Parias can't get back in the team. He doesn't stop running, and at the end of it, I don't think he's missed one yet. His delivery is perfect. Look at the tail he gets on that, and in a 5-goal half. You're telling me Archie Goodwin hasn't been on the scorer's sheet? I wouldn't believe you, and he should be now.
He's gone 4 without a goal, Archie Goodwin, since bringing up his 8th of the season. The last time they won that near post header against Melbourne City. Melbourne City was also the last time Macarthur won, funnily enough. Bratton and Moore continuing.
There's only going to be one outcome there. That was just too tempting for Stephen Moore.
Maybe Stephen Moore's trying to make a point because Luke Bratton was on Football Tonight last week.
Well, recently, at least we had Brandon Borello last week, and Luke was on not long ago.
Here's Jakalic against Crawford. Jakalic going to ground a little too easily in the end. Adelaide have won it back. Alagic. Not the best passes for Bart Freens. Holman goes again. Well, he's managed to hold on to the ball and win a throw. 6 minutes of stoppage time.
It just took too long here. Jakalic bailed out by Chris Economides, who intercepted nicely. And Macarthur the opportunity to keep attacking.
Rose ball back post and Keely Adamson. Well, if that had been in the first 15 minutes, he probably would have volleyed it into the top corner.
First 15 minutes, Keely Adamson Scorpion kicks this one in. But Macarthur a little stung. That's hit him halfway up the pad.
Well, what can happen in a half of football? After 2 goals in 2 minutes, 10 minutes in, the Red Army must have been wondering what they were going to be in for this evening. Well, it turns out they may well be in for a classic. Ayubi gunning the right side of Nicolau. Kitto. Moore, first time ball. Back to his Alagic. And Kitto making that late run into the box. Crawford with Mork again. Here's Clough. Clough again. Stephen Mork trying to turn away from Liam Rose. Free kick. Another set piece. More defending. Clough. In it comes. Ball bouncing around, and it's Economides that can get it clear with Holman. Oh, but not for long. Kitto. Ayubi. And Clough again. Adelaide settle things down. Kitto. Ayubi. The two left-sided players popping up on the right. Barnett. Crawford. Kikianis, good ball towards Goodwin, the follow-up, rifled in! Well, the flag has gone up. It's going to have to be checked. Ryan Kitto. What a half of football this has been. What a goal that will be if it stands.
Well, Archie Goodwin, the player who's been pinged for offside. But right foot, left foot, doesn't matter for Ryan Kitto tonight. It's a thunderous volley. But clearly offside. Kikianis, very deft little ball over the top. Nothing deft about that from Kitto. Brutal. But ruled out.
Jakalic has done well, so has Crawford, resisting. And now one for Goodwin to chase all the way through to Curto. Here's Bolly. There's 30 seconds left. Are we going to see more action here? We certainly are. Goodwin streaking away. Goodwin squares it towards Alagic. Ayubi gets there. Tries to curl it to the back post. And it's another big opportunity for Adelaide that goes without being taken.
Well, it's a good option from Ayubi. It's a good sprint from Archie Goodwin. The recovery from Liam Rose actually ended up teeing it up for Ayubi. The option was a good one. The execution found wanting.
What a brilliant half of football we have had at Cooper's Stadium. Macarthur FC racing away into a 2-goal lead inside the opening 10 minutes. But then Adelaide, knowing that second place provisionally was on the line for them, they dug deep, they fought back. Austin Ayubi, Ryan Kitto, and then Stephen Mork just 3 minutes before the break, ensuring that it's the Reds that lead at half-time at Cooper's by 3-2. Behind him, it's Ivan Vujica in the end that gets that ball clear.
Well, good return to the team from Austin Ayubi. Kyle Veer to the panel before the game said the team lacked a little bit of forward thrust, and Ayubi was just the man to straighten the team out, at least as far as he could, and he's offered that tonight. One goal, one close effort, and a nice bit of play there.
And an assist as well. Crawford. Barnett. And Kitto. Back with Harry Crawford. Heavy touch, but he manages to get there, and now he's on the charge again. Crawford, it's a good run. Can he keep it in? I'm not sure he can. The referee says it has already gone out. But he's another player with plenty of positive energy.
He's a bit of an athlete too. Clearly goes out, so no controversy there, but he's clearly an athlete. Just at the very start of his senior career, and the early signs here in Adelaide is that it's a career potentially of great promise.
Ayubi again. Uzcock coming across in cover, and he's managed to get the touch. For Ayubi, it should be a Macarthur throw, but referee has seen it otherwise. Kitto, good throw for Goodwin. Kitto again. Alagic. Ethan Alagic looking for an option, finds one in Ayubi. His cross back post. Vujica is there. In the end, just not enough pressure at the drop of the ball for Adelaide, but they have it straight back again through Freens. Kikianis. They're looking to get the ball forward at every opportunity. Kikianis, Kitto. Even the ricochets falling their way at the moment. Great play, Ayubi. Dragged back by Nicolau.
Beautiful feat, wasn't it? From Austin Ayubi. I think his season has suffered from having too many options at Adelaide, too many player options.
Into the area. Mork is there now. Alagic. It might yet fall for Ethan Alagic. Trying to get it onto the left foot. Just taking too long. And then it's the use of a hand by Economides.
Great chance for Adelaide again. This is the moments when you could mount the argument that Macarthur are just hanging on, and I'd suggest that 5 minutes since the restart, it's been all Adelaide. Stefan Mork couldn't make the most of this. Ethan Alagic needs to get the ball onto his left foot, and Bolly reads the situation excellently. And necessarily so for Macarthur. The way this half has started, it'll be all they can do to draw level, let alone chase two. Adelaide totally dominant at the moment.
Clough standing over the free kick. Two in the wall. Clough lifts it over them into the danger zone. Kitto is looking to pounce as well. He's already had the ball in the back of the net twice. Only one counted, but it is a contender for goal of the season as well. Strike from distance into the top corner from Ryan Kitto. Alagic not convinced that one went out of play. Here's Adamson. Brilliant football again from Keely Adamson. They keep it alive. Makrilos. Bratton out to Yarkulish. Vujica on the overlap. Yarkulish still Yarkulish. Wasn't far away. The reply comes from Macarthur.
Better from Yarkulish. Set up the first goal, let's not forget. And then Keely Adamson does brilliantly here. There's a foul, but the ref rightly allows the play to breathe a bit. Keely Adamson squirts the ball, which ends up eventually at Luke Bratton, who immediately spreads it wide. Lovely supporting run from Vujica. which created the opportunity or assisted the opportunity for Yarkalish, who couldn't control the shot, but it was better from him, good from Macarthur.
Kikianis with Delianov. Adelaide looked to play out and they failed to do so. The cutback, they're queuing up. Bratton hits it and Bratton scores. Well, it is an evening of firsts. Luke Bratton, whose first ever A-League goal came 12 years ago for Brisbane Roar against Adelaide, as he pretends to have a sip of the beer to celebrate. He's now scored his first goal for Macarthur here at Coopers, 3-3.
Well, Ethan Naligic not comfortable with that receipt, and then it bounces to Delianov. And credit to Economides, he's sniffed around for the odd crumb here or there. And a Harvey Norman replay, if you had to pick a player in the Macarthur team to hit a ball dead straight like that, you'd have to go with Luke Bratton. The bigger question is why Luke hasn't scored more goals with his ability technically to strike the football, but he got the one that counted then. 3-3 at Coopers. Adelaide's very buoyant start to the second half has come undone, and Macarthur well and truly back in it.
13 career goals. He's started every single match this season, so chances are the next game after the international break at the end of the month at home to Newcastle will be A-League match number 300 for Luke Bratton. A fantastic achievement. And he's still going. Here he is again, the number 26. The self-proclaimed serial winner who lifted the Australia Cup at the start of this season and is hoping to keep his side's hopes of finals football alive with that goal. Nicolau up towards Economides. Now Ayubi, he accelerates. He's being dragged back, he's still going. Referee deciding perhaps there was enough advantage in all of that. Here's Adamson again. Yarkalish. Vujica. Vujica still trying to drive it inside. Mork just pops it back out to Liam Rose. The cross in towards Economides. Rose goes again through the back of Mork.
I just wonder if Liam Rose got his feet all tied up here. That's as it's bounced back out to him. That's a winnable ball in a fair sense. I mean, he could have really kept the pressure. I'm not quite sure how he got so compromised. Then it was a clear foul in the end. The point is, it probably needn't have been. Bolly up, back, props, and Goodwin's away. Not legally so.
And a little bit more now between Bolly and Goodwin. Referee wants to have a word. Referee wants to have a word with both now. Kevin Bolly, whose dad was a professional footballer. His uncle, former France international Basile Bolly, won the Champions League with Marseille. It's a very close offside call, but the flag went up eventually. And then came the afters.
Been a few of those this evening. I think Bolly, I mean, a lot of the talk about Macarthur has been the players they've lost. Fair enough, understandably. And I think not enough has been on the player they brought in. He's looked terrific to me. He's fitted in perfectly. You could certainly build a team around he. And Uscox, well, we know Tommy has been excellent for a long time, but Bolly's been terrific.
Yarkalish takes over after Vujica won it back. Can't find Makrilos. Nicolaou's header for Adamson. All of a sudden, it's Adelaide looking a little bit nervy here. Macarthur again for Yarkalish. The opportunity, it's in! 4-3. Marin Yarkalish with the goal. And this match just keeps on giving.
Incredible. Adelaide on the Harvey Norman replay now running into each other, not decisive enough. It's really sloppy defending. Actually, this one's onside, it's going to count. Yarkalish sets up the first for Macarthur, scores the fourth for the Bulls. Liam Rose slipping the ball through beautifully. Really poor defending. Good finish. Yarkalish needs a convincing finish like that too. He's been in plenty of opportunities, plenty of situations in recent weeks, but he just hasn't maximised. But he nails that one, gives Macarthur the lead. Their season gets another lease on life. And of all the goals scored tonight, that one, I guess you could probably say, Robbie, put down to some pretty ordinary slapdash defending from Adelaide. Not for the first time this season, have failed to capitalise on their dominant period and now chasing the game again.
And those two goals at the start of the second half now mean that Adelaide have the outright second worst defence in the league. Yellow card for Macarthur for a foul on Stefan Mork as we approach the hour mark. Well, in December of 2023, these two sides played out a 4-3. Macarthur winning. Zach Clough with a double. Bovalina for Adelaide against Germain, Miller, Holman and Davila that day for the Bulls.
Well, Adelaide have been as high as second on the table through the course of this game. And they've dropped again. Macarthur just sitting a point behind Sydney now in 8th place, but within striking distance if they can maintain. But I mean, who'd bet on that? Dead set. This is a classic seesaw game.
Ayubi goes again. Goodwin trying to flick it through. Nicolaou gets it clear. Well, you could almost say absolutely convinced and sure of yourself that there are going to be more goals to come in this one.
Just a little too tight there, Ryan Kitto.
Alagic with Kitto. Well, some of Adelaide's results this season as Ayubi streaks away. Confronted by Nicolaou, does well. Ayubi finds more. One for Goodwin. Bringing it down, and then Bolly gets it clear. Good football again.
Yeah, and a good contest between the two. It was a tough one for Archie to bring down. It's a good little chip over the top, but is tightly marked, and Bolly holds his feet and balance nicely. And get the corner.
And there's the ladder, the live ladder again, which sees Macarthur back on the climb. Here come Adelaide. Ayubi, no foul. Macarthur stands firm. Economides, as he looks to accelerate. Well, they've already had a 4-4 draw this season. Adelaide 4-4 against Auckland just a couple of weeks ago. They've had a 4-3 as well against Western Sydney. We've already gone past the 3-3s that they've had as well. There have been plenty of goals scored and plenty conceded, and it is a trend that continues. Now, another couple of changes coming for Macarthur. Their second and third changes. Matt Yerman is coming on, and so is Harrison Sawyer. Liam Rose and Kevin Bolly, the two players making way. Yeoman, who has started in recent weeks as well. It's two big boys coming on. Mile Stojovski reverting to a flat back four today.
Chris Economides looks like he's dropping into a number 10 position. Harrison Sawyer will go to lead the attack.
Krilos comes inside to that Liam Rose central midfield position, the number 6 role, alongside Bratton. Kikianis claims he was fouled. Freens with Alagic. Kikianis again. Able to find just half a yard of space, but not Ayubi ahead of him. Uzcock gives it away. Alagic with Barnett. Adelaide looking to settle the ship a little bit after those 2 goals in quick succession. Crawford looking to get down to the byline. Double teamed by Vujica and Jakulic. That's another corner for the left foot of Ethan Alagic to take. 2 goals in 2 minutes in the first half, and then 2 in 4 in the second for Macarthur. Alagic delivers. Economides with the defensive header. Clough with Ayubi. Crawford. Dispossessed. Macrolos. He's got Economides ahead of him. That's a great challenge from Kito.
Yeah, good steal from Macrolos, but then Adelaide head up early, couldn't see, and then head was down because he knew he was under pressure, and he lost his bearings, he lost track of where the support was. A great recovery from Ryan Kiddo.
Dylan Parias is preparing to come into the game. Macarthur have also played out a 4-4 this season against Brisbane. Barnett, Alagic. Kito. That's a good run and a good ball. Alagic, the cross back post. Goodwin was there, and Uzcock with one of those telescopic interceptions.
Yeah, it's great anticipation from Uzcock as well. Really experienced positioning. Had a bit of promise about it, that from Ethan Alagic. Uzcock right where he needed to be, on or about the corner of the 6-yard box, blocking that ball in.
Double change coming for Adelaide, but not before this corner is taken. Stephen Moore never far from the flash point. So they're doing a little waltz, the two of them there on the goal line. Clough's ball in is not bad. Curto with the punch. Barnett back. Yeoman's initial header. Barnett goes again. Oh, and Yeoman gets the luck of the bounce. Goal kick.
Good defending from the substitute, Matt Yeoman.
So those changes coming now. Dylan Parias is coming on for Zach Clough. And Yaya Dakuli is the second player coming on. He replaces Austin Ayubi. First 2 changes for the home side.
Dylan Parias has run straight onto what looks like right wing, somewhere he hasn't played all season.
Well, he's been an exceptional right wing back for them. It'll be interesting to see how he combines with Harry Crawford. Adamson's ball forward, intercepted by Kikianis. Kitto. Well, it's an attacking moves from Calveert. He needs his side to find at least one goal, preferably two, unanswered. The ball for Piraeus. Good interception again by Vujica.
Unsung hero tonight so far, Vujica has been dangerous going forward and very solid defensively.
Dukuli was looking to get the drop on Nicolau, but Kitto was forced back to Kikianis now. Great ball from Panakikianis for Dukuli against Nicolau. Dukuli cuts back, squares it. Alagic! Not far away.
That's a great opportunity. Needs to be on target. He's not really under pressure here. Look at the space he's got. Dukuli does well. Nicolau probably showed Dukuli a little bit too much respect there. And Dukuli then carries the ball into a really good position. The angle on the pass is perfect. The supporting run from Alagic matched, but the left foot let him down.
Mork with Goodwin. Barnett forward, it was Cock. Mork back again with Goodwin. His touch a little poor on that occasion. The ball bouncing around like a hot potato all of a sudden. Adelaide bring it under control with Kitto. Now Dukuli again. Past Adamson. Yaya Dukuli looks up, crosses towards Goodwin. Alagic again. It was the Dukuli-Alagic combination that got the winner against Melbourne Victory in that 3-2 here a couple of months ago. Dukuli again for Kitto. And he played it across the face of goal and beyond everyone in the end.
Well, very hot conditions in Adelaide today. It's not a theme we've revisited terribly frequently because the players have played such an open and fast and attacking match, but maybe it's really starting to hit some of the boys now. Defensively just dropping off a little bit. You see Luke Bratton just grabbing the drink out of the goalkeeper, trying to cool down.
Fourth change for Macarthur, Dean Bosniak, who scored at the Under-20 Asian Cup for the young Socceroos. A great moment for him. I think it was against China. A header from a corner. He comes on to replace Nicolau, which will see Keely Adamson drop back to right back. Freens with Crawford. Barnett, quick feet. Alagic with Mork. Piraeus looking to take off ahead of him. Mork and Piraeus, who came through the ranks at Melbourne City, respectively. We've got just over 18 minutes left in regulation time. Still plenty of time for both sides to secure the 3 points they both so desperately need. Kikianis. Calveert spoke of, if not changing personnel after last week, then changing mentality, perhaps changing tactics. We have seen certainly a different mentality, but unfortunately for Adelaide, those inconsistencies of trying to put together a full 90 minutes are still haunting them. It's been an elusive factor for several teams this season to be able to put together a full 90 minutes. Sawyer. Macarthur, we've been enjoying that Mariniakalish left flank. Adamson with Uzcock. Oh, given away by Turno. Stephen Moore squares it. Archie Goodwin. And we are all square at 4-4. Well played, Stephen Moore. Simple finish for Archie Goodwin, who gets his 9th of the season. And we are all square again.
Well, Stephen Moore has just been in everything for Adelaide tonight. Harvey Norman replay. The last 2 goals of the football match have come with goalkeepers maybe hitting passes that they'd like to bring back and do again. This time it's Turno for Macarthur, who coughs one up. Stephen Moore shows great composure to roll it to the available Archie Goodwin, who can't miss from there.
And it's his last kick of the game. Archie Goodwin with his 9th goal. Got there just in time. One behind. Noah Botic, who leads the way in the Golden Boot race. And Johnny Yull is also coming on. So Dylan Perius's freedom of a right wing position didn't last all that long. He's back to right back.
Yeah, it was a great game from Harry Crawford. He'll give Carl Beard some wonderful options at right fullback. He was excellent, I thought. But one of their better contributors all season long, Dylan Perius, gets to settle back in there now to see if Adelaide can close this one out. And the thought that they've conceded 4 goals at home. Put it the other way, the thought that they've scored 4 at home, and at this point it's still not enough. Well, they don't want to be wrestling with that at the end of the game. It's win or die here for Adelaide, not in the table, but surely the team's psyche, this horrible home results sequence.
Just think we've still got 15 minutes left, plus stoppages. Economides, Uzcock. No way through for Sawyer. Well, we are now, as there's more changes, it's Economides who makes way, so that's a 5th and final change. And it's the former Adelaide youngster and son of Adelaide legend Cassio, Bernardo Oliveira, who comes into the game to replace Chris Economides, who got his first goal for Macarthur. Look at the space for the flying Perius. The cutback towards Moore. It was beyond Johnny Yull. You almost know there's more goals in this one. It's the 5th 4-4 draw in the history of the A-League at the moment. It may yet change.
Well, it's Adelaide's 2nd in 3 weeks, is it?
And they've been involved in 4 of the 5. Macarthur in the other one with Brisbane earlier this season. Bosniak, Kikianis and Barnett managed to get it clear. Makrilos outside for Adamson. Into the area, DeCooley does well. Well, there'll be plenty of locals. Yeah, Dakuli not happy. Oh, look at this. It falls for Yakulish. On the turn. Shoots straight at Delianov.
Well, forces to save another cheap turnover, and as the heat perhaps is a factor that's kicked in, a little bit ragged some of the play. And that's a good chance for Yakulish. Came to him relatively quickly and he angled the shot on target but couldn't do anything to really trouble Delianov.
Yakulish again. Nicely done. Looking for Bernardo and Kitto, not taking any chances. Corner number 2 of the evening for Macarthur, who have had 8 shots, Adelaide 13. Delivery. Good defensive header, Kikianis. Makrilos again. Little touch with Keely Adamson. Taking on Dakuli. Adamson's done well, got around Mork. Crosses, back post. The header back towards Uzkok. Delianov flying away, flags up, but wouldn't have counted.
Uzkok just drifting a little too far forward there.
Confirmation of those shots on goal. Adelaide have had longer spells of pressure, but it's been Macarthur who have been dangerous as Parias. Head in hands because he wasn't far away from bringing that one under control.
And it's Macarthur with more shots on target. In Adelaide, this was a nervous moment if you're a Macarthur fan. Just running out of room there. The speed of Dylan Parias is going to be something else for Vujica to deal with.
Makrilos with Jankulic. The run of Vujica. That's a bit of a nothing ball in the end. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other from Jankulic, but Macarthur have it back again with Vujica. Makrilos. Bosniak is forced to scurry after his own heavy touch. Bratton all the way back to Philip Curto. Here's Bratton. Little ball inside for Bosniak, who's moved more centrally. It's a good turn from the youngster. Scored the winner against Wellington in New Zealand. His only A-League goal so far. Bratton, good first-time ball. Jankulic, here goes Bosniak. Oh, accelerating, brought down by Kikianis, his young Socceroo teammate, and a yellow card.
Well, it's a nice angle on the run from Bosniak, and Kikianis, maybe with knowledge of his teammate from young Socceroo's duty, thought it's probably best to pick up a yellow card and stop this here. But it still is in a nice position for Macarthur, this free kick.
Kikianis joining teammate Stefan Morg, as well as Bratton and Makrilos in the book. Now Luke Bratton in match number 299 of his A-League career. He's already on the score sheet, which is rare enough. His first this season, just the 13th of his career. And has he just managed to find the words to convince Mariniakalic not to steal this one away from him. It is Bratton. Oh, and he's done it! Well, Luke Bratton at the double. And we're not going to have another 4-4 because now it's 5. 9 goals in this remarkable match of football. And Macarthur, whose season is basically on the line, have responded again.
Come on, Hank, come on!
Well, aren't the Bulls showing some ticker? That's wobbled around as well off the boot from Luke Bratton in the Harvey Norman replay, beating Delian off at the near post. It's a really good free kick. Even navigating the jumping wall, but doesn't jump high enough. And Luke Bratton helps himself to a second. A 5th for the Bulls. In a 9-goal sortie here at Coopers Stadium. Quite remarkable. 6 minutes plus stoppages is enough time for another 4 goals here.
Well, it might well happen. DeCooley taking on Adamson. Goal kick. We're going to have a final substitution, and we've still got plenty of time left. It's going to be Ryan White who comes in, so there's no Isaias this evening, unless we have a concussion substitution, which of course we don't want. DeCooley, it runs through towards Jovanovic. It was Luka Jovanovic that got the winner earlier this season between these two sides, 2-1.
Well, in their 4-4 game against Brisbane, you've referenced it a couple of times. It's not a game in hindsight that Macarthur should have dropped points, but they got to the lead and late, and I think they outsmarted themselves. My recollection is very clear that they thought, we'll just see this one out now, and Brisbane had too much pluck in them that night and got back to 4-4. Wouldn't those 2 points be handy right now for Macarthur? So the big question is whether they're prepared to sit back now or keep trying to put Adelaide under some pressure. Do they learn from that 4-4 at home against Brisbane as a means and a way of protecting this 5-4 lead? This is gold dust for Macarthur in the run into the finals. Less games than anyone else in the competition from this point on to accumulate the necessary points. Three points here would just be huge for them.
Kitto's switch of play. Incidentally, to tell you how rare what you're witnessing is, Luke Bratton has never scored a brace in his Australian footballing career, in his professional career. He may have got a couple of hole-in-ones on the golf course, but this is a new first. He leads the way on the Paramount Plus player index as Jay Barnett makes way for Ryan White. Johnny Yull is out there, first touch for the substitute, just into the fray and straight into the action. Parias with White. Johnny Yull. He hasn't scored an A-League goal yet. Is tonight the night. DeCooley taking on Bernardo. DeCooley. Well defended, Adamson. Corner it is.
And they're not sharp enough, Macarthur, at closing DeCooley down. Adamson blocked the line to goal. Bernardo was just not quite sharp enough to close down. There's trouble brewing there for Macarthur if they give him too much more room. Many more opportunities.
Johnny Yull, great pace in towards that 6-yard area. Dukuli, Jovanovic dispossessed. Bosniak leading the charge against Piraeus. He's got Bernardo at the back post. Kikianis coming across to cover. He's done well to win the corner there.
Hasn't he done superb? I mean, he's in a bit of space. Just think about, put yourself in the young fella's legs there. He's in a little bit of a space. There's a breakaway opportunity happening. Bernardo's bombing down the right-hand side of the field. The next thing he knows, he's surrounded by a couple of retreating Reds, and in front of me is Dylan Piraeus. At that point, he's thinking, well, I'm not out sprinting him, so what do I do? And he marshalled the situation just expertly to win the corner. As a top piece of play from Bosniak.
Marin Jarkulic. Makrilos coming short to give the option. Jarkulic goes deep to the back post, and Mark Friends getting the touch to take it away from Bernardo. And we are into the last 90 seconds.
So is there time, Robbie? Is 9 the most scored in an A-League match? I remember an 8-1, I think it might have involved Adelaide and North Queensland Fury, perhaps?
We've had a 6-3. 8-2.
So 10.
We've had 10 goals. We've had 2 8-2s.
Central Coast has been on the end of both of them, I believe.
Yep. Makrilos. Ball in, or it might yet fall. Harry Sawyer hasn't scored an A-League goal yet. I'm sure he'd be desperate.
Well, I'm sure he's desperate, but he's not allowed to use his hands, which is why he got stung there. Maybe accidentally. It's certainly a very close range. Time running out for Adelaide. Be crying in their soup if they lose another home game here, and the conceding 5 at home.
Well, it's the defending that has cost them all season. Little ball over the top from Kito for Dukuli. And it's another corner conceded. And the pressure will go all the way.
There's the handball, accidental as it was from Harry Sawyer. Really difficult, impossible to do anything with that. Called into action at the other end of the field.
He'll be desperate to defend this one. In it comes. It is Sawyer who gets his head on it. Dukuli. Piraeus, it's a good ball wide. Johnny Yull against Adamson. Johnny Yull down to the byline, drives it in! And it's Jovanovic! The young Socceroos combining. And it is 5-5 in the first minute of stoppage time. 10 goals. And I would say a first ever 5-5 in the history of the A-League, but there's no guarantee the scoring stopped here.
Well, brilliant, brilliant. And they've been exposed down the left. And they were warned. It was usually Dukuli, but on the Harvey Norman replay, it's Johnny Yull this time. Earlier in the season, Jovanovic pops up 90 minutes plus 2 to win it for Adelaide. And here we are at Hindmarsh off the bench, and 90 minutes plus 1, and it's the same player to draw Adelaide level. Well, we sort of joked, Robbie. The last goal went in. There's still time for 4. We've got 2.
And we've still got 4 minutes left.
Yeah, so let's blow out the expectations. Are we on course for a record night here at Cooper's? Not quite sure what the delay is.
We're checking for offside. Was it here? Let's have a look. Well, it looks close.
Well, that back heel of Johnny Yull might be culpable before the official change to the offside rule comes in. He does well to angle the ball there.
I don't think the Adelaide fans are going to like what's about to happen here.
The referee has the whistle in the mouth. The ball is heading back.
after a factual review,
It's not going to
there was
count.
an Adelaide player offside prior to the goal.
Wow.
The goal was cancelled.
So unlucky, Johnny Yole.
Well, there's a stay of execution for Macarthur. Well, what do you do?
Well, it was close. He was probably the next step onside, but when the ball was played,
Lovely shift to the feet. He's a very talented player, and he thought he'd done the business for his team. So too Jovanovic. Well, first disallowed goal of the evening in a free-flowing attacking match. He's just reaching in with the arm. He's going to have a case to answer for Tim Danaskos.
he wants to have a word, and it's Bosniak who's stayed down. It's a yellow card coming out for Bart Vriens. Macarthur. Are they going to get that crucial 3 points? They are so close, they could almost taste it, but you wouldn't put this match beyond anything happening. Mile Sturjovski with his assistant coach, Christoph Gamel. Now, Bosniak is still down. I wonder if we don't have a little bit of blood there. I think he's being possibly taped up there. Well, Carl Viet has certainly seen a reaction from his side, a team prepared to fight, and has fought, and fought back well on a number of occasions. But will it be enough? Macarthur have the free kick. I think there is a bit of claret in the scalp there of Dean Bosniak.
Well, they can't make any more subs. I'm sure they would if they had the option. The only sub they've got up their sleeves is a concussion change.
I want him back out on the field because you don't want to be playing with 10.
Exactly the point. Exactly. Well, there is an answer to that. Let's score another one.
Makrilos, the experience.
He's done a great job since he's come on. Again, it's, yeah, big part of the story for Macarthur is the players they've lost, but they brought in a couple of good ones as well.
And now, a player down. Macarthur have to try and defend here.
Well, Harry Sawyer's got to get goal side there. I mean, you can't. There's no point staying ball side at this point. You've got to get goal side.
The big switch of play for DeCooley is a good one. All red shirts in the middle. DeCooley running in Adamson. DeCooley still deflected off the post. Jovanovic! Well, he skied it. Just seconds after thinking he'd equalised, and there he must have thought he had again.
Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Again down the left. Really, they've had no answer for Yaya DeCooley. Rattles off the bar. And Jovanovic, having thought he'd scored the equaliser, now has a chance to confirm that. And he toes the ball over.
He knows that was a great opportunity. Bosniak is ready to rejoin. They almost paid the penalty there. Referee allows play to continue. Vriens, White helps it on its way. DeCooley hits the afterburners. Bratton asking when is the full-time whistle coming. Ryan White with Kitto. Well defended Bosniak. Kikianis. He's got Piraeus on the right wing. They need it up the other end. Kitto for White. The header only finds Dukuli. Alagic. Can't find Piraeus. We're in the 8th minute of stoppage time. Dukuli not down. Kitto. Square ball. Jovanovic is there. He just lost sight of the ball momentarily. And that was enough for Macarthur to spirit it away.
Oh, I don't know. Look, Carl Viard has blown a head gasket on less nervy nights than this before. He's been a picture of restraint at the sideline, given what's unfolded in front of him. Can't believe what he's seen tonight. Can't believe this finish. Adelaide storming home to try and salvage this.
Yull delivers. They're going to have another corner. Bratton's header behind. Johnny Yull again. 99 minutes. Yull chips it in. The header from Adamson. Vreens gets there. Still the pressure comes. Piraeus back with Bart Vreens. His cross headed away by Yerman. Piraeus. Mork. There's no more time. It's a massive win in every respect for Macarthur FC. Massive in terms of 9 goals scored. A 5-4 victory for the away side. Massive in terms of the 3 points that keeps their final hopes alive. And massively disappointing for an Adelaide side who again failed to win at home at Coopers in one of the most remarkable matches of this incredible 20th anniversary season of the A-League. Macarthur led 2-0 in what seems an eternity ago after 10 minutes. Adelaide led 3-2 at the break. It went to 4-3, then 4-4, and now 5-4 as the young Socceroos have a little moment. Well, it's one that will live long in the memory again. A remarkable night and a special night of A-League football. We'll get our breath. We hope you can get yours. It's all finished here. Adelaide United 4, Macarthur FC 5.